City Podcast!
Oh, that's beautiful.
Hello. Okay, I'm in there.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe turn it to the side so it's longer and not... See, when we're in a hotel...
Are we recording already?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Good.
When we're in a hotel, move the fucking camera.
Oh, man. Was it bad?
That should be good.
Is that okay?
I think so. So I like my guests to be very uncomfortable. How's your sound? I feel like I can't hear myself. Hello? Whoa.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, everybody, I'll just be comfortably sitting here for the remainder of this episode. Just comfortably sitting.
Comfortably sitting, ladies and gentlemen.
Comfortably sitting, ladies and gentlemen. We are very comfortable.
Recording here, recording there. We are ready to do this.
That one's live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Slop City!
We're in this...
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest today. It's both of us, because this isn't my podcast. Yeah. Ooh.
Cruising down the streets of Nashville, looking for my next move.
Cruising down the streets of Nashville, looking for a horse with a hoof.
Cruising down the streets of Nashville, what will I find?
Cruising down the streets of Nashville, I'm about to lose my mind.
The traffic is so bad, I hate everyone. What's going on? Why is there a tap-out shirt on your mouth?
Wait, what?
That just came out. Sometimes when you're improvising, it doesn't go exactly how you want it to.
Well, sometimes when you're not at home, you don't do Slop City with Randy, and then everything falls apart.
Yeah, sometimes you're in the storage podcast area, which, by the way, is nice. But I didn't want to have to give you a full review of this because I figured we should talk about the storage stuff on storage.
How do you guys like this microphone blocking my face?
Yeah.
I usually have it over here like this. Whoops, that was clearly an accident. Something spooky happened. Usually I have it, but then I have to fix it at least 50 times. So we have to practice because when we go on the road in 2 days, this is how we're doing Slop City.
Well, but we're going to be able to have it down a little bit or something. You know,
we'll have it on a nice table.
We'll be able to edit it. I mean, personally, I can't decide. It's like, do you guys like this? Do you guys like this? Do you like this?
I like that one.
What do I look? See, I feel like right here, there's no way for me to look natural. Do I look natural?
But it looks natural because it looks like I'm sitting on a desk instead of two storage bins stacked on each other. This one has an S because when I packed it, I wanted it to go to storage. So I put an S, a capital S.
It's good. This one has a Sterilite, which is not a reflection of how sterile or clean this is. It's just the name of the brand, Sterilite Tupperware.
I wonder why they called it that because it's not sterile. You couldn't do a surgery on that.
Oh, absolutely not. You couldn't do any there's no surgeries going on here.
You can't cook.
Can't clean. You could clean it, but I mean, there's absolutely no way that you're if I was to get a piercing, if I showed up and they're like, listen, we got a really sterile environment. And then they were like, hey, come meet me in this weird storage bin. I got a storage area. That's where my shop is. And then they just had me sit on this. Wouldn't feel comfortable. Wouldn't even feel comfortable sitting on the Tupperware.
Well,
and I call this Tupperware because it's large.
Well, there's actually a piece of Tupperware. There's a Tupperware glass. That blue, it's a cup. It's actually Tupperware. No one will be able to see it. I put this in real mode, as they say. Landscape portrait. I put it in portrait because when I do this side by side, then it will be easier.
Okay, great. Thank you.
That's for editing purposes only.
Yeah, editing purposes only. This is because everyone is going to have to get used to this. I mean, Libbie's got a lot on her plate now. There's going to be, you're going to have to figure out how to do all of this Slop City stuff. And what I'll do is just help set up.
She'll show up, do some fire bits about, I don't know, lesions.
Definitely going to be lesions.
And then go about her way.
Yep. I'll head on down to my hotel room.
Because we don't room together.
Nope.
Is that more comfortable? Sitting back, holding it?
I think so.
Looks cool.
It does. Do I look cool and relaxed?
It looks cool because of the background, too.
Yeah.
You can tell it's a, what's that called? Sheet metal?
Industrial. This has a real industrial vibe to it.
Yeah, I'm a goth industrial.
Yeah. I'm definitely a preppy industrial, but I mean, I still will go into an industrial place. I just probably won't do any of the cocaine that's there.
Would you wear maybe a pair of eyeglasses that are just up on your head, like goggles? Or is that, what's that called? Steampunk?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
With maybe a top hat?
Yeah, and maybe have like my hair gelled up all zany.
And then maybe
No
a
hat.
compass on your shirt.
Yeah. Oh, it's not going to be a compass on my shirt. I'm going to have a compass on a necklace hanging off.
That'd be cool.
Just to be ready.
And to look at your compass, you need one of those monocles that's on a string, so you pick it up out of your waistcoat.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
bring it up like this.
I just feel like being steampunk and goth, if you're going full goth, like Eugenia Cooney, do you know who that girl is?
Yes.
She's like the Twitch star girl or whatever. I feel like she's going for full punk or goth or something like that.
She makes me think of like, what's that music called? Where they sing songs like,
She said, don't let it go to your head. That's Taking Back Sunday.
Or the other one where he's like, he's talking about the dog is in the yard. Why was the door left open?
Who Let the Dogs Out by Bahamut.
Unfortunately, we don't have any way to look this up.
This is like we're doing a podcast before the internet.
Yeah. We'll just have to pretend. And if we want to fact check anything, we can't.
Yeah, people are just going to be commenting every episode being like, boo, how do you not know that?
You either want Slop City or you don't. You have to take it like this.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this is great. I feel very professional in here, very safe. You know, I mean, there was gate access. There was an attendant. No, there wasn't.
It was just a computer attendant, and it said access granted with my real name, which I'm not going to say. I'm eventually going to reveal it because I said a few weeks ago in storage my real name wasn't Libbie Higgins, and people kind of lost their minds.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Your Discord name popped up, and it was Nancy.
Nancy L.
And the person that was helping me set up the Discord was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, Libbie's real name is on the Discord, so, like, I maybe just want to tell her and stuff. And I kind of was like, oh, my God. And I went to look at it, and it said Nancy. And I lost my mind laughing. I was like, dude, if my
name was Nancy?
You would, knowing your personality and knowing you now, you would probably have been on like a lifelong journey to become a detective like Nancy Drew. I mean, let's think of Nancy's we know. There's Nancy Drew. There's Nancy Pelosi.
Any Nancy I've known is elderly.
Yeah.
And even though I am elderly, I don't feel like I'm Nancy elderly yet.
I don't know one Nancy in my age group. Oh, there was a Nancy in Stranger Things, but that show came out in the 80s. So
right.
It's like, that's fine. People were named
Nancy.
Nancy then.
Nancy. Do I know any Nancys? I don't even remember ever saying to somebody, hey, Nancy. No. I don't know that I ever have.
I don't think that statement has ever been uttered out of my mouth. I don't think I've known one Nancy. Nancy Pelosi, Nancy Drew. Who else? What other Nancys are there? Here's your one chance, Nancy. Don't let me down.
I love Nancy. I just pushed that because I wanted Tina to be impressed with how I can just press a button.
Oh, I think the soundboard is really incredible. I mean, this is nice as fuck, dude.
And it sounds good, too.
I believe it.
It's going to sound quality, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no. And to be honest, every blip we've had in the last 12 minutes or however long we've been doing this has just been things that we're going to notice. The others aren't going to notice it. They're going to look at this and think, whoa, Tina is a newscaster.
Right.
And sitting at a very nice desk.
Well, there might be a couple.
Maybe her name's Nancy.
There's going to be a couple. Probably a Nancy who's going to put a negative comment. And that's just going to happen.
Well, that's just life. You're just going to get the negative comments.
And that's fine. But what I'm saying to the negative commenter is no one cares.
Not one of us care. And also, do something better with your time.
You could crochet.
You could drink a 16-ounce glass of water. Just chug it. See how quickly you can do it. No, you can time yourself in your own brain. You don't have to have a stopwatch out or anything. If you just want to play a fun little game, just chug a quick glass of water.
Maybe if you're thinking of commenting something like, "You guys suck," you could do a crossword puzzle.
Yeah, download. You could do a crossword puzzle. Print out a nice free sheet from online.
Crosswordpuzzles.com.
Yeah, you could go to crosswordpuzzles.com and print off a few PDF Adobe Acrobat Reader sheets. It'll ask you how do you want to open this? Do you want to open this with Adobe Acrobat Reader? And you'll be like, yeah, I actually don't really know what that means. I know that their logo is like a weird guy in a stick. And I mean, every time I see Adobe Acrobat,
Wait, it's a guy in a stick?
No, it's like a stick man.
I thought it was, so remember in the 80s when they had those little things, I think it was called a spirograph, where you put a little thing in there and you put a pin in there like this, and then you can only move the pin where the mold is. I thought that's what it was.
I'll know what that is in a second. A spirograph.
Ladies and gentlemen, looking up spirographs. Graphs.
Okay, I know what a spirograph is. So you thought that was what the Adobe Acrobat Reader guy
I didn't
was?
know that it was a man.
No, let me show him to you.
Oh, for Christ's sakes. I'm depressed.
Why?
I mean, all these years I thought it was a spirograph design. I didn't realize it was a stick man sticking his arms out.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got news for you.
Just give it a minute. Let it play for a second. When I turn it down, that's when you should talk.
Okay. All right, everybody. Today on Slop City Podcast, breaking news. The logo for the Adobe Acrobat Reader is, in fact, nothing to do with a stick man. Yep, we're coming back to you after the break, guys. And we're back. So, the logo for an Adobe Acrobat Reader is red, white, and what somebody who's high on mushrooms would consider a stick man.
That's a spirograph.
Looks like an A to me.
It looks like they had the design, stuck it in there and went like this and made it.
Yes, like they just started moving it around in a nice A.
So you were wrong.
I was very wrong.
I'm not sure how you got a man out of that.
I don't know. I think every time I've seen it on my computer, the logo's a lot smaller. So, it's like when I'm opening a crossword puzzle to print off, because I don't do negative comments. So I'm doing cool stuff like printing off Adobe PDFs of crosswords, pictures of...
I was going to say something about the Adobe thing, but I can't remember what I was going to say. I know I need to keep this mic right in front of me. What's that called? The Mandela effect?
Yes.
Where people think it's something and it's not.
Yep.
We've experienced that firsthand here on Slop City.
Yeah, we've both experienced that.
We've experienced it, but what I'm saying is I was actually correct.
Yes.
That is a spirograph or a spirograph.
You did a great job.
What I want is confirmation that I was indeed Right.
You were correct.
Okay.
You were 100% correct. You brought up spirograph, and the disadvantage that I was at there was that, I wasn't born in the 80s. You said at the beginning of that sentence, I would like to remind you, if you rewind back to Exhibit A, you said, you remember in the 80s?
Right,
and,
right.
And you kept talking, and I just sat there in my head. I was going, not really.
Because you weren't born in the 80s. Everyone knows you were born in the 90s.
I was born in 1992. December 25th, 1992. Look it up.
Can't. My phone's right there. Can't look it up.
Can't look it up.
One of my biggest fears when I record in here is that it's not filming.
Oh, sure. And you almost want to get up every time and just double check.
But I don't let my mental illness stop me from doing a podcast. Every time it's been recording, there's been one time where I accidentally deleted a file, so it's just Officer Daniel sitting there by himself, which was very awkward.
Yeah.
But I just want to take a moment to give us a quick temperature check in here because my sis got this so that we could check the temperature to 73 degrees in here with 33% humidity. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, the 33% humidity is pretty good. Can I see? Can I check that thing out?
Yep.
I love that she got this for you. This is nice. And I love that there's a house and it says okay on the inside. It's trying to it's like, okay.
You're okay.
No carbon dioxide that we can tell.
You don't have to evacuate just yet.
I'd like to know how it has the low in here. Is this a tiny computer that's connected to the World Wide Web?
I mean, maybe it's telling us the lowest it's been in the last 12 hours.
Humidity just went up to 37% being in my hand.
Jesus.
Because it was sweaty, I guess.
Let me get my glasses and see what all this other stuff says. Well, I can tell you it was 43 last night because we don't have power at the house, and I had to sleep at the house. Because when I arrived home from Mexico, every single person in Maggie's house was on the couch, and that was approximately
11:15 p.m.
11:15, and there were 8 of them on a couch.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, I'm exhausted. I'm not sleeping over here. And I went home.
She got out. This is how quick Libbie got out last night. She walked in and said, I'm not even going to say hi to Annie. I'm just going to go home. You were like, I'm fucking done.
I had walked so much.
Yep.
During that day and the day before. Walked so much that you would have said, are you okay? Why are you walking so much?
We would have questioned it. We would have been like, you're actually a little too active today for us. They would have
said, have you been faking it all this time? Because probably the day before, I probably walked 2 miles. Now, I took lots of breaks. Mm-hmm. But in total, the total trip probably was 2 miles. I'd have to look at it on a map. It was probably maybe only a half a mile, but it was a long walk. It was hours.
Listen, if it feels like 2 miles, it's 2 miles.
It's 2 miles. That's what I'm saying.
If you want to fudge the numbers a little bit, if you're coming to me telling me, hey, this is how far I walked, fudge them. I don't give a care.
If I had one of those little walker things with the steps, it would have probably been, I don't know, 10,000 steps at least. I'm sorry, where are you going?
Oh,
We don't have a shitter in here, Tina. You can't shit. This is going to be the first Slop City episode without Tina shitting.
Well, she does have an emergency pee bucket. I was told that. Was I not supposed to say that on here?
I like people to believe that I don't pee in here. It's actually a Kool-Aid jug that I have used. When I can't get... Are you using the emergency pee bucket?
No.
Thank God.
I'm grabbing my beverage. Grabbing my water.
I wish that this was more of a comfortable situation for you, but it's not. Also, I like to keep the beverages of pre-guest in here. So we've got Officer Daniel's... Maybe that's Rafe's.
That is Rafe's. I was just
Rafe's.
about to say, well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is psychotic pre-workout to my right. I know that, and you guys know that because of last week's episode. Look at that color. This ain't core water. That's psychotic from Rafe Williams. I'll bring it to him and be like, hey, you want some of this leftover psychotic? It's kind of old. He's such an addict, he'll drink it.
I mean, I saw it out on the counter today and was tempted just to try it, but I was like, today's not going to be the day where I'm going to die.
No, you're not going to be getting all wild.
Nope.
Today. You know what would help in here is just if there was a pillow back here.
Well, we're on a budget.
Well, that has actually been reviewed by our chief financial officer, who's me, and going to be a no.
You want to put this blankie behind you?
Yeah, I think that helped me out.
This is for when it gets real cold in here.
Oh, that's the heated blanket. Libbie loves a heated blanket, and I am just not a heated blanket guy.
That's going onto her, getting packed.
Oh, yeah, now I got some back support.
There you go.
Got some back stimmy.
That used to be my chair, but it was far too uncomfortable.
Oh, if I'm having this difficult of a time sitting in it, I know for a fact.
Oh, it's awful.
You're out.
This is supposed to be behind you, but I haven't hung it up yet.
Well, that is just really nice. Yep. That is
Sis got that for me too.
That's brilliant. She knew exactly what she was doing getting that. I did not end up getting us a tapestry for on the road, but I do have a rug that a fan made us that says Big Clit Energy.
Whoa! We can put that up behind us.
Exactly. We're going to
How
put it
did
up.
they make it?
They handmake rugs. I don't know. I have a ton of them for all of us.
Was
a
she
fan gave them to us. I think it's a Scavenger Fiber Arts.
Was she the gal that came to Nashville and was
Yep.
showing the rugs? Oh, nice.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That was her. I think she
wanted
has
to
an
find
Etsy
her.
store, so I want to make sure I shout her out properly.
Can I show something else somebody sent us? I don't know.
You go
who sent
right
this.
ahead.
Let me get my glasses. This is clearly an Amazon pie. Bye. This has a non-slip base.
Libbie's clearly holding tits and is like, well, this is definitely an Amazon pie. Yeah, what I have in front of me is an Amazon pie.
This is one of the greatest mouse pads I've ever seen because it supports your waist. What's this called?
Wrist. Yeah. I mean, the tits on it are just really incredible to begin with.
Who said this?
I am not sure who sent it. I have all the details in my Toyota Camry.
In a PDF document?
I have all of them in an Adobe Acrobat file that can only be accessed by a stick man.
By a stick
And
man
that's it.
going,
It is crazy that that's what I thought it was. Like, I've just thought that forever. I have told myself all these years. You know what I'm talking about, right? One of those stick men that are made out of just lines and they're trying to give you kind of like a modern abstract art piece. And it's
Yeah.
just like a stick man who's like, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
if we had Randy here, I'd say, Randy, turn on the monitor so we can look it up. Mm-hmm. We don't have that capability. Now, once we're on the road, I'm sure we can use one of our laptops.
Yeah, and we'll do that really fancy thing that nice podcasts do, which is take what you have and hold it up very close to the phone.
Well, we don't even have to do that. We could just, I could screen record it.
Are you just watching me sit here and try to figure out what to do
I just
with it?
feel so bad because I know you're uncomfortable, but we're at 23 minutes already, so you only have to sit there for about 40 more minutes.
Oh, it's fine. What were we talking about at first? We were talking about things you can do instead of leaving negative comments.
You could take up an adult continuing education class, maybe take accounting or maybe an acting class.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you could take an acting class and maybe they can teach you how to act like a nice person.
Or maybe teach you how to use your time wisely.
Yeah,
Instead of
time management.
commenting on our Slop City and others. Because I have a feeling the people that do it, they don't just do it on our accounts. They do it on other people's accounts. That's what they live for.
Oh yeah, dude, you don't just wake up and start acting like that. That's a long-term feud you've got going on in your brain, brother. You got one side of your brain telling you, do this, do this. You got the other side of your brain saying, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? You know? And then everything gets all jumbled. And then you're just, next thing you know, you and your girlfriend broke up because you can't stop commenting on all these videos, you know? You're up. You're abandoning your relationship at home to... You forgot to feed your dogs for a few days, you know? I mean, these are real life things that can come.
And possibly have an investigation through CPS where you've abandoned your newborn child in their crib for several days.
Yeah, there's an investigation pending.
And
Not just an investigation, it's pending.
And if CPS asks me for records of comments that were made and what times, I'll show them.
Oh, I'll provide them immediately.
I'll say, look, they commented this, and this, and there's no way they could have been taking care of their child if they were this busy commenting.
I'll say, hey, this cat commented 47 times in one night on all these different things, random things. Video of a guy showing off his brand new video camera for the first time. You know, why you got to comment on it and make fun of him? Mm-hmm. He's just making an informative YouTube video for anybody that has that brand of camera. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, maybe there's piss all over his pants, mm-hmm. and he drops something and bends down, and there's a little shit stain on their khaki shorts. But why can't you just, you know, look at it, take it all in, and maybe tell a friend about it in person, in real life?
Well, the thing is that guy who put up the video with the shit stain, he didn't just send it to you to watch. He has it on the internet, so there's many other people who can see it.
Yeah.
So guaranteed, unless you're the person that commented first, you're not the first to see it.
Yeah.
So you're only allowed to do that if you're the first person. If you're first, you say first, you got a shit stain, and that's it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we don't need to hear it.
I would actually like to take that special moment that we just had and make this now a Slop City tradition. If you happen to be the first person on the YouTube video, we would just like you to comment first, you have a shit stain, and it needs to be that. Like, don't just comment first, because now there's going to be a person who does first, you have a shit stain. Just that kind of it's like the people commenting on Cheryl. That's a wig. That's a wig. Why are you calling out that it's a wig? Of course it's a fucking wig.
Of course it's a wig.
What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Then there's a demographic of older women mostly. It's mostly older women. The demographic of older women. Oh, this is really a mature way to call out a business. You're going to tank Cheryl's business. Google Cheryl's Cut and Curl, spelled with K's, and you won't find it.
Don't exist.
And that's me being smart. I didn't say, hey, Cheryl down at Fantastic Sam's, I made up a place.
Because it's just, we don't need the commentary. Well,
actually we do.
Yeah.
Because that commentary has caused that video to be almost at 2 million views at this point.
Okay, so I am actually going to retract that statement that I just made, because we actually do. Right when I said it, I knew I made a mistake. It was like that time that, like, I was yelling at that person who wrote boring on that live stream, and I screamed at Heather. I was like, oh yeah, and I lost my fucking cool. You know, that's a great thing about life and loving and living, being a fan of podcasts, being a fan of life, being a fan of a friend, a movie, whatever. We all learn stuff together, okay? I'm trying to not be as reactionary. That's what I really am trying to do. Well, but then I said no comments, and then I was like, no, keep the comments. Even if you want to say right now, like, these two fat sluts and they're...
Say it.
Yeah.
It helps the algorithm.
Helps.
Yeah. I love that video is going viral. I even do love when people type, it's a wig. But it also makes me think that... Because when I see something, I'm like, is this real or fake? I will research it.
Yes.
And people are quick to just be like, it's a wig.
Yep.
Or they'll go even further and not even talk about the wig. They'll say, nothing can help you. Look at your face.
It's like...
Which is fine, because I wasn't trying to look attractive.
No, I mean, and you don't.
I was not trying to be cute, or I was trying to look like I looked.
Like you looked in that moment.
I was playing a character. I was intentionally doing that. So I don't get mad at people when they're like, all right, fix your face first. The only comments that make me mad, and there's been probably 10 from men that are not attractive. You can't put lipstick on a pig, or whatever that saying is. About 10 of them.
I beg to differ. I guarantee you there have been plenty of pigs that have had lipstick on them. I promise you. I guarantee I Google pig with lipstick.
And you'll find something?
Something great's coming up. Not just something great. A cool pig that, visited a hospital and made all these sick children's day. Mm-hmm. They put lipstick on that pig, I guarantee it. And guess what?
Well, could you go on my comment section and maybe reply to those guys with that?
Oh yeah, I'll let them know. I will let them know immediately.
Yeah. I just want to say that I'm not complaining because I love that people are commenting. I love that people don't know if it's real. I love that they're sharing it because that helps my algorithm. Now, how much have I made from that video? Probably $8. Mm-hmm. And that's how great Instagram bonuses are. I'm up at almost 2 million views and I probably made $8. Now, in order to make the bonus on Instagram, which is $8,500.
Ooh.
I have to have, in a 1 month's time, 85 million views. And I don't think I'm going to make it. 85 million.
85 million views, and then you'll get $8,500.
Yep. Which will be taxed, and it'll probably be like $6,000.
Yuck.
Their bonus program is ridiculous.
I know. I think I've never hit the bonus. I just get random payouts from them, and I'm like, what? And every time I get a payout from Instagram into my bank account, I'll always be like, why is Facebook sending me money? Why does it say Facebook Inc.? And then
Facebook Inc. or Meta.
Oh, then yeah, that's what it is. And I start Googling everything, scared, like, oh God, someone's hacking my account from Facebook
and sending me money.
Yeah, why'd they put money into my account? I get scared every fucking time it happens. And then I remember, oh wait, this is Instagram. And then I go check, and then the amounts match up. And boy.
Do you hear this sound when an email comes in?
Yeah. That's me when I look at my bank account and there's an unknown deposit.
From Facebook?
Because I think someone's trying to fucking swindle me. I think they're trying to swindle me by putting some money in my account and then taking it back tenfold.
Well, can they take it back if they put it in?
I don't know how the banking system works.
It sounds like a lot of Bitcoin to me. It sounds like you got the Bitcoin hack.
Well, listen, here's what I've got to say to everybody here today. I may be a very unattractive male, but good God, you just can't put a lipstick on a pig. You just can't. Yes, I have absolutely no buttocks, and my butt actually inverts inside of my body. But I here am a qualified misogynist, and I'm here to leave a few comments, all right? So, ladies, I'm just going to be leaving a few comments on whatever I can find. It's like that's their mentality.
What is the saying, though? I know it's not just put lips.
You can't put mascara eye makeup onto a dragon. You just can't.
You can't put blusher onto a chipmunk. I was going to say a Chippewa.
Oh, you're trying to put foundation on an orangutan? Ain't happening. You can't fix stupid. That's what that deserved.
Yep.
What are you gonna do? Put lash extensions onto a flamingo? Why do you know about lash extensions? That's what I'd like to know. Because you're wearing a silk gray shirt with a purple tie and the biggest slacks I've ever seen in my life.
And it's a short sleeve shirt.
Oh, God.
And even though I intentionally looked unattractive in that video, the cruelty of some of the older women.
They'll turn on their own quick.
What if that was how I was presenting? The cruelty.
I wonder if it's because you're smoking and that automatically.
Oh, they hated that.
People hate the smoking,
But they just talked about, how ugly I was, which I was, which is fine. But I'm torn talking because I am baiting people. I'm trolling and I'm baiting. But at the same time, I'm like, would you say that to someone you know?
What? Yeah. Okay. Give me an example of the worst comment that's on that video. I did see some were stupid, but give me an example and let's just
mostly just about like the hair's not the problem. It's the face or, just, even if you do color the hair, you'll still be ugly.
There is not a situation in my life where I could think about saying that to someone.
To their face.
Never.
You might be sitting next to Nancy on your 15-minute break and talk about Susan.
Oh, sure. I'm calling her a fucking whatever I got to. I'm saying whatever to my pal. But I'm not going and putting this on a recorded statement somewhere, you know?
And then I think about when I see people on the internet that are
Ugly?
I'm not going to say ugly, but doing something that is weird or, you know, it's like, I never type anything like, you're ugly.
It doesn't even cross my mind. That's the wildest part to me. Like the negative comments, it's never even, if I don't like something, I just literally move on.
Right.
I may tell Rafe about it. I might text you. I might, you know, say something.
Might start a
Reddit, a business.
Reddit subreddit about it.
Might start a business dedicated to taking this person down. I might sue them. But it's like, it's just never even, I've watched videos on YouTube, on TikTok, on
YouTube and TikTok. And other video sharing sites.
Well, I've watched videos on TikTok, on YouTube, on Yahoo Sports, on MSN.com. I've watched a ton of videos. Don't like something, you know what I do? Scroll on by.
I feel weird complaining, but I guess it's like Chelsea says, it's a social experiment for me, kind of.
It's just a little social experiment. I mean, it's fine. And that's the moral of the story is keep leaving those negative comments.
Leave those comments. Say what you want.
Leave the negative ones. Leave the good ones. Leave whatever you want because you're giving.
And then there's some really kind people who are what we call white knighting. That's what we used to call it on the internet. White knighting, who will say, you look absolutely beautiful. I think it looks great on you. It's like, come on, man, it doesn't look great. What are you talking about? It's a wig.
They're like,
it's a synthetic wig with some sort of food item on there. Not sure which one.
They're like, well, you know what? I think it's great that this child has come out and doing all this.
Lots of people think I'm a man too.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Oh, I think it's great that this person came out. They look gorgeous. They're the most gorgeous person I've ever seen in my life. 10 out of 10. It's like, well.
But it sounds like we're not going to want to allow free speech in the comments, and we are. I get tickled by it because it is a very large influx of comments lately.
Oh, yeah. You have been going ham.
And then I've been going ham on TikTok with the pit bull rant. So just this week, I've had 2 huge videos. And it's weird stuff where I don't spend any time on.
That's how it was. I remember when the McRib woman rages over extra McRib. I remember when that went viral. And it was I think your phone broke.
I just had to charge it 3 times that day.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, it bankrupted it.
It sent it into, what's it called? Defunctness.
It was a derelict.
It was definitely derelict and had lesions probably on the inside.
Oh, there's lesions everywhere. Anytime something's funky's going on, anytime there's you got an inkling about something, there's a lesion involved. You know?
I have a lesion between my legs right now.
You do?
Yeah, at the airport yesterday, I didn't wear any underwear. And my pants, what are they called? Leggings were hanging down just enough where it wasn't flush with my pussy.
Yeah.
And it just hung down low enough so that the skin that's right underneath my pussy where my leg rubs together.
Uh-huh. I'm imagining it right now.
The leggings just rubbed it raw. So I think there's a lesion on each side.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of sweat.
Oh, yeah.
And a young, attractive man named Cordon, when I was at my peak, sweating and stinking, said, hey, big fan. And I said, I could fall in love with you, is what I wanted to say. But
Sure.
what I ended up saying was, oh, thanks so much. What's your name?
And then he said, Le Cordon Bleu.
And then he said, wow, I didn't imagine you'd stink this bad. I knew you would stink, but not this bad.
Yeah, and you were like, oh, sorry, it's my lesion, but I do actually need some help reapplying a thin layer of Neosporin to
Neosporin on one side
these
and then
lesions.
baby, what's it called?
Powder.
Not the powder, the one you put on a diaper rash.
Diaper cream.
Diaper cream. I could use some diaper cream on there.
Yeah. I mean, I truly don't think there's anything worse than chafing.
Oh.
I have moments in my life that have been marked by like a chafing mishap or whatever. And it's like, those are just the worst memories. Because it's the fear of chafing can keep me from doing activities.
And that could be the title of a commercial for a new chafing cream. Don't let the fear of chafing stop you from living your life.
Damn, that's fucking good.
And then there'll be a nice picture, like we took on the
Montage.
beach. Those nice pictures where we're in the white shirts, just
Yeah.
living life and showing that chafing's not going to stop us.
No, chafing, chafing's not going to let me down. I'm going to keep diaper rash cream on deck, so once I start to feel chafe coming on, I'm fucking ready. My armpits chafed right here. I was wearing a tank top and went to the gym, and this tank top is one of the roughest materials I've ever felt.
Maybe a wool blend?
It felt like a wool blend, but I looked, and it was 100% cotton, and I was like, well, guess what? Someone sold you some bunk shit.
That's disappointing.
Because that ain't fucking cotton. Chafed my entire armpit area. I mean, had to
What were you doing going like this?
No, dude. Literally just sweating and like, it was like for me probably moving my arms or something when I'm walking.
Did you have a sports bra on?
Oh, yeah. Sports bra on, but the sports bra was lower than the tank top. I think it was just friction, man. I think it was sweat mixed with friction. Also, and it was already just a rough tank top to begin with. So,
well, the thing with chafing is you have to stop it before it starts, because once it starts, it's like you're threw a match out in a open field of very dry grass, high grass.
yeah, it's catching on fire quick. It's like how a wildfire spreads,
And it's not going to stop.
Oh no, that thing is blasting into space, and you do have to be ready. It's like it's kind of like you feel a little tingle coming on, cold sore. You better take your pills, put your Breathe on now,
Pronto.
ASAP, because you ain't got time.
Nope.
I've had that. Feel it in the morning, and I'm like, oh, I'll stop at the pharmacy at the end of the day. Guess what? Already
bad.
got a little blister and a cold sore forming.
Yep. No blowjobs for the next couple weeks.
Guess what? I'll have a cold sore every single day if I ain't got to give another blowjob the rest of my life. I'll take a permy cold sore so I ain't got to sucker on's dick.
Wow.
I mean, I will.
Ron knows that you say this?
Oh, yeah, he knows it. He knows it, because I'll let him dunk into this little Grand Canyon I've got whenever he wants.
So you just publicly come out and say you don't suck Ron's ding dong.
Oh, well, I used to, and it's crazy, but as he got older, it actually got larger, and it's gotten to the point that I can't.
His ding dong?
Yeah.
Well, guys love it when you put it in your throat.
Bet you didn't know that. I know, but I ain't doing it, because I have acid reflux, which means I'm puking nonstop. I mean, I puke so much that the average person would be alarmed. I'm going out to a buffet. Yeah, I'm stuffing my freaking face with whatever I can stuff. But I'm going to puke a few times while we're on that buffet together.
Have you ever puked on Ron's ding
Yeah.
dong?
Oh, yeah.
So does he like that or not like it?
Didn't like it at all.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. And when I say I puked multiple different entrees, it was like the appetizer was at the bottom, and then the salad, and then, oh, yeah. I mean, you could just see it right there.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I've been taking what you haven't been giving Ron. I have been blowing Ron.
You've been blowing my buddy, Ron? And what I mean by buddy is husband.
Yeah.
I call him that.
Because
We've been best friends for 26 years. And now I find out this little fucking city gal, you're sucking Ron's dick?
I mean, I'm a big proponent of what she's not given, I'm given.
Now, is that your motto? Is that kind of just what you've been doing?
That's my motto for all men.
Every single man out there.
I specialize in widows and also men that are neglected.
Home wrecking. is what you
I
mean.
don't call it home wrecking because, I mean, he's still with you. He's not with me.
Well, and I guess I should actually be grateful to you because I don't want to be sucking his dick. So truly, I mean, I guess you are doing a service.
And with Ron, he has, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, though? Doesn't it feel like it gets better? Wait, what?
He's got lesions.
On his
penis? On his dinger and his balls.
He hasn't said a word to me about this.
Well, you're not letting him dunk into your mouth.
And I just haven't seen it. I mean, because usually I've got a blindfold on. I'm in bed. Yeah, I've usually just kind of let him slide on in. It's interesting, you know?
Yeah, it's, I didn't mean to tell you this way, but I wanted to tell you, but also I want you to make you aware that I have been sucking him off. I've been sucking Ron off, as well as two other guys up at the car dealership. He, Terry from Terry's Transmission. Terry.
His
wife won't suck. His wife says, "Oh, I only blow him on his birthday." Well, that's once a year. There's 364 other days where a guy needs to be blown. And I'm all for women's rights, but I'm also for men's rights too.
Wow. I mean, honestly, you're kind of a candidate I could get behind. This is just really all swindling me.
I'm not trying to swindle you. I'm trying to tell you the truth. I'm trying to come clean. Look at me, Tamara. My name is Tamara. Coming clean. My motto again is, what they're not giving, I'm giving.
What they're not sucking, I'm sucking. I think that could be a actually more accurate motto. And I own a screen printing shop, so I could actually make you up some T-shirts, help you get some.
Maybe a picture of me going like this, and then underneath in red, white, and blue like the flag, just have, when they don't suck, I do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that could be a hit. And that way you could benefit my screen printing business, which benefits me and Ron's home.
Right.
And he can keep getting sucked off by you because, I mean, I do not want to suck his dick at all.
Yeah, I love it.
So you're telling me you get pleasure out of it.
Oh, when I look in a man's eyes and see a neediness and a loneliness, and I'm able to satisfy that,
whoa,
It brings me a level of comfort and joy that I'm not able to find in a single man.
Really?
Single men don't want it as bad as a married man.
Oh, boy.
Single men are out here doing what they want. Married men are trapped.
You ever read that book, Women Are From Venus, Men Are From Mars? I'm starting to think you've got a whole book deal lined up because everything you're saying to me right now is fucking brilliant.
I can't. My publisher said I can't discuss the little details, but...
Well, if you guys do need T-shirts made when you guys are on the road for your book deal you can't confirm, right, you let me know. My screen printing shop will do a great job getting all your packages together. We do just want to let you know that to save trees, we use big, hefty trash bags to give you your products. So it will not be coming in a box.
Well, if you could just have Ron bring them over, that'd be great.
Yeah, I think Ron would have no problem bringing them over.
Can we circle back to the logo, though? Do you think a picture of me like this or a picture of me like this?
I think the second one is actually good. You know, because this could be... I could be upset right now. And you know, when I was younger, I would have busted your little pussy up, you know? I would have beat your fucking ass is what I'm trying to say. But right now, I'm looking at the pros. And the pros are, I ain't going to suck Ron's dick ever again. And that right there, that's a treat for me. Because you thrive off of the loneliness look in a man's eye when he just needs to be blown. I don't.
It's a hunger in their eyes.
I know that hunger. And to be honest, I think it's disgusting and pathetic. I look at him and I'm just like, dude, you're a freaking loser. You know, he's looking at me all, oh, I want to. Makes me sick. I don't want to be around him when he's doing that.
And I love it. Really genuinely gets me off.
That is so interesting to me.
I mean, you talk about blue balls. I don't want him anywhere near me. That's,
Yeah.
No more blue balls. That could be another T-shirt idea. And it's just me going,
yeah,
no more blue balls.
I mean, I'm starting to think You could really make some money off this.
I could because I'm not trying to steal Ron.
No,
I'm not trying. I'm simply using Ron for the looks he gives me and the appreciation. Because a single man does not appreciate a BJ the way a married man does.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to me that I could be getting erect off of something, off of one thing, and then you get erect off of another thing. You know, that's just wild to me.
That's freedom of speech.
You're goddamn fucking right it is. That's awesome.
And you know that comedian Tammy?
No.
Well, there's a gal that does comedy, but she says that's your American freedoms. And I think that's pretty, brings it home. That's your American freedom. For me to be able to suck off your husband and you not want to fight me?
I don't want to fight you.
It's a win.
In fact, I want to fuck you. Not really, but I'm saying that as a compliment. Because
Let me see your hungry eyes.
Oh, I ain't got hungry eyes. I ain't hungry,
Well,
mama.
just try. Let me just see.
Okay, fine. I'll try to give you just a second.
Nope, not hungry enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause I'm fed. I'm taken care. I'm not hungry. I ain't been hungry a day in my life. Even when I was a kid and we were poor, wasn't hungry one day in my life. You know why? Because I fought for what was mine. You know, see a rabbit, just shoot it, eat it, eat it that night. I ain't afraid of eating anything outside. One time I found
Except for Ron's dick, am I right?
yeah, I ain't sucking that thing. I ain't getting near it. No.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Yeah.
Well, it was good catching up.
Yeah, I feel like we had a good talk and
Really good catching up. Good to see ya. I guess I'll see ya now that you guys don't have to be secretive about it or anything.
yeah.
I guess I'll see you pretty soon, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just sad, you know, because I can't fall in love and
Why can't you fall in love?
I can't. That's why I do this. I can't fall in love.
Wait a second. I just realized I didn't ask one thing about you. I just
Yeah.
talked about all my stuff
Yeah.
that whole time.
That's how it always
I didn't
is.
ask you what was wrong with you or what was going on. Maybe something's wrong with you, and I need to be asking you why you feel the need to do all this. And that actually makes a lot of sense. So I would like to, I don't want to retract anything I've said because I've never regretted one thing I've done in my life. If there's
can
two
tell.
things I want you to know about me, it's that I've never been hungry and never regretted anything I've done.
That's great. You should write a book.
And I've done a lot of stupid shit.
No regrets, never hungry. That's even a T-shirt idea. That's a great T-shirt idea.
No regrets, never hungry.
Never hungry.
Maybe it's best if you say like, never hungry, no regrets. I think that's hits harder having regrets at the end because regrets is that kind of word that sticks with you. You hear someone say the word regret, you know, I regret to inform you.
Yes.
Oh,
What about no regretting with like a N with a little thing at the end?
a mañana.
No regretting, no hunger.
Yeah, that could be good too.
I think you maybe, and I don't know how expensive it is to make a silk screen.
Screen print shirt.
Yeah, for each one, maybe make a batch of them. Mm-hmm. No regret, no regretting, no hungering. Those are just ideas.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I don't need business advice from you, okay?
From a what? What were you going to say?
Nothing. I wasn't going to say
Because
anything.
I'm not a slut.
I was not going to say you were
You
a
were going
slut.
to call me a slut. And I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not a slut.
No, I was going to call you a whore. So get your fucking insults right.
But nobody's paying me. I'm whores generally are whores because they're getting paid.
So you're not. Again, I need to really divert this back to you. Now, let's get to this you can't be in love thing. Is this some kind of spell a witch cast on you at one point in your life when you were a child? Were you eating a peach in the woods all by yourself, hanging out, fingering yourself, just farting around?
Wow.
And then a witch came up to you? How'd this happen?
It wasn't a witch, actually. It was
a hobbit?
it was called the eye. Someone gave me the eye. And,
Eye. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. Something weird just came out of my body. I actually...
yeah, I was actually, strangely enough, in the woods having a picnic with my mother. And we were eating peaches, strangely enough. And an old, wise, decrepit-looking man walked by and just looked over at me.
Yum.
And I was a child, so I didn't really pay attention. And my mama said,
No, you were like, this is totally normal for me and my mother to be sitting in the woods having a picnic and then just have some guy out of nowhere walk by and go on with his business.
well, he had a stick cane too.
Oh,
Made, he
not
made
just
it.
a cane, everybody. He had a stick cane.
And just the most gnarled hand you've ever seen holding the top of the cane. Just like,
Yeah.
and he just looked at me. He didn't say a word. And my mom said, baby, he gave you the eye. And I've been cursed ever since then. I have never been able to fall in love.
Now, did your mother explain to you in that moment what was going to happen, or she just hit you with a, baby, he gave you the eye?
Yeah,
And that was it.
she didn't explain. It was later when I was in a little, it's not like a thrift store, but it's a secondhand store where they sold crystal balls and things of that nature. And an older woman with a gnarled hand and a stick cane looked at it and said, she went back like, and she said, you got the eye. And I said, yeah, that's what my mama told me when I was a child. I was called mama. She said, you'll never be able to fall in love, which was strange because I'd had problems up at that point in high school and stuff. I'd have boyfriends, but just could never commit to loving them. And, she basically told me.
Did you ever try maybe like a teacher at the school? Did you ever try falling in love with one of them or something?
Well, I had sex with teachers, but I never fell in love. That's it. When it comes to the point where I want to say, see, I can't even say it now. When I say those 3 words that everybody wants to hear.
Suck my pussy?
Yes. But also,
I love you.
right. It won't, it's like my body has, dementia as far as that word goes, and I can't say it.
Wow.
So ever since I found out about that, the man and the woman with their gnarled hands told me those things. Just haven't been able to fall in love.
Wow.
And
Whoa.
in my mind, I was like, if I keep servicing men that don't love me,
Sure.
that'll break the curse. So
Yeah.
basically, I'm trying to break the curse.
I'm going to be honest. I've watched a lot of movies. I've watched a lot of films. Usually, the thing that breaks a curse like that is love. I know that might be hard for you to believe, given your stature and your history and your past.
Wow.
But usually, it's
it's love.
you gotta fall in love to break the curse. Is what I'm saying.
But I can't fall in love. I have the curse on me. I have the eye.
No. Someone's got to love you. So what we need to do is they got to love you. I'm not talking about you being in love. I'm talking about man loving a woman, looking at a woman, loins quivering. You know that freaking hunger you're talking about when you're about to give a blowjay to someone?
Yeah.
I'm talking about that kind of look when you ain't giving a blowjay, when you're laughing in the car, driving a convertible at 90 miles per hour, chugging a Gatorade Zero, because you're
Right.
thirsty and you're trying to feel that hunger.
Right.
That you guys look over at each other, you're laughing, giggling, you look over and boom, you're in love.
But what then?
Well,
What then? What if I do fall in love and then what? I don't give blowjobs anymore. I'm one of those ladies like you who just gives a blowjob whenever they feel like it.
no, this is the greatest part about all of this. And I don't know where you've been living under because it's 2023. Unless you've been
Right.
living under a rock, now you could do all this cool stuff in a relationship where you could be, what they call it is Pam. They call it Pam. Pam. So if you're Pam, if you're a Pam,
Yeah.
then you can kind of be attracted to whatever you want to do. I mean, you could do men, whatever, all that stuff. But I'm saying you can also have a relationship. They do this thing now. You're not going to believe this. You just open a door and it's like,
What?
good to go. You can JO anybody off you want. You can BJ anybody you
Where
want.
are these places?
Oh, no. These are people, not places.
Oh, I thought you go to a place and you open the door.
Oh,
and
no, sorry. That was a euphemism for the story I was talking about.
okay.
So I'm saying there are people that could fall in love with you, and you could still give BJs out to as many people as you want, but you could still have that fun relationship with that person. So what I'm saying is you could have your cake and eat it too.
I sure hope that's how it works. I'm going to try to get somebody to fall in love with me, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, good riddance to you. If I think of anybody, I'll send them your way. But other than that, we could, I'll see you soon. So I'm going to think up a list. I'll see you when you're coming by the house and stuff. So
yeah, one more thing.
To give Ron a BJ.
One more thing. When I was in the woods with my mother and I saw the man with the gnarled hand. This is a sound that was made when he walked by. And then when I went in that little shop with the crystal balls, as soon as I opened the door. Now that I think about it, I think that sound has something to do with all of it.
I think so. The fact that you just thought about that sound and you were like, oh man, that would have been a really good sound effect to play when the man with the gnarled hand and stick cane walked on by.
So not only am I thinking about improv, I'm also thinking, how can I incorporate these buttons into my improv?
Once I know what each button is, because we're bringing that on the road with us, right?
Yes.
That guy's coming.
And I'm going to keep these sounds in here. And then on my iPad, which I connect via Bluetooth, I'm going to have our soundboard.
The Slop City soundboard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can just play those through here.
So I would say this episode technically doesn't count as a tour episode. We will officially be mobile on the go, like a dog grooming.
Or mobile on the run.
Mobile on the run. That's what I meant to say in the beginning.
Offering 50-cent sodas when the Cardinals win.
When the Cardinals win and when RBIs are given out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's going to be approaching baseball season soon, isn't it? Going to be coming around the corner with many RBI.
Donnie, I'll be coming to you with traffic here in just a second. All right, everybody, it's me, Donnie, with traffic. Things are looking pretty good. There is a large vulture devouring a deer on the side of the road, and that is holding up traffic on 55 northbound right now. Because people just keep driving by it and looking at the vulture eating the deer. It is a sight to see, I will say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for our radio show today. Just wanted to remind you about baseball and traffic. And checking it here at 73 degrees here in the Metro City.
Humidity is one.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry about that. My headphone fell out. Didn't hear the music. Come on, was not ready. Humidity is at about 37% right now, everybody. So it looks like we are going to be having a pretty good day in this town.
We are at about 1 hour and 3 minutes, Tina. I think that's when we go. Now, we don't have Randy here to hold up a light. Tell us what time it is.
Nope, but we've got Libbie Higgins here. This was an interesting episode of Slop City Podcast in the storage podcast container.
I think it was good, folks.
I think it was good, too. It has nothing to do with that. I'm just saying it was interesting. Dynamics have changed. The tables have turned. Life is interesting.
And that's Andy Rudy with the rest of the story. No, that's the other guy. What's the guy's name? Paul Yerkin.
And that's Paul Yerkin with You Paid For It. All right, everybody. That is it. We will be back next week with our first episode from a hotel or from a green room or from backstage. It's going to be somewhere and it's going to be great. So we'll meet you there. And we love you. Have a good one.
And cut.